no, today we're looking at something totally weird and something I usually don't take as a job because I don't want to do videos where I just say the whole video, nobody needs this crap and watch that shit. And that's just stupid ideas that someone in China had that doesn't actually play guitar. For some reason, something told me, let's try it. And then Enya Music, she also owns castles in Scotland, but that's a different Enya. They sent me this thing. I said, let's take a look. And if I really think it's complete shit, I don't want to make a video. So this NEXG guitar came, and we filmed an unboxing, which you're going to see in a second. And I have to say that the usual, oh my God, why is anyone making videos about these? There are, I think, the jammy guitar or something. I get mad at my colleagues on YouTube pushing this crap on you guys when everyone knows it's overpriced, unusable, stupid stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the guitar. Playing through a phone and all this stuff. What's the point? And I was convinced that this was that kind of product. When I unboxed it, my opinion changed a bit because everything seemed very high quality, as you're going to see. And then my friend Rafa came over, and within minutes, I realized there is a big market for this with certain kinds of players. Now, if they want to spend the money on it, that's still the question. But we're going to look at this in depth. But first, let's see the brilliant unboxing that we did. So you see everything that you're getting for in Germany, which I think is a little bit above where it should be, $8.99. So you saw the whole presentation is very Apple-ish with the, the nice white box. And then you take the case out, which has a beautiful kind of like a satin feel. And I have to say that all of this right here feels really good. Putting it on your back feels good. This is solid. This is a nice velvety thing. When you put it in there, let's do this. We turn it off. I don't know if it needs to make that sound, but once you understand that there's a long and a short screw, which you really don't want to lose, it's actually, let me put this in there, put this in there, put the screws in there, and you're good to go. So setup for this actually really, let's see how long it takes. That's wrong. It goes faster when you know what you're doing. Short screw in the back, which is also your strap. And really, you're good to go. Nice. You could see in the unboxing that this screen, when I took the protector off, actually came loose. And yeah, people, you need to glue this down more. Now I can't actually lift it. It's good, but that was clearly not the highest quality. It's fine now. It won't go up. I mean, it shouldn't loosen when you take the plastic off. You're getting a pretty high quality USB-C cable, which is actually angled. There's an angle so that when you're plugging it in, it's not in the way. You're getting a tip ring double sleeve cable to nice and long to connect aux devices or your phone. I don't really know what these are. I'm thinking maybe they are, I don't know, to hang. I don't know what these. I mean, to hang a strap on it. A rope? There should be a strap in it according to their literature. There's also a rubber thing, which I don't know what it does. There's a little wrench, which I think is for the neck angle. And in this package, you get the guitar in a simpler package in the basic version with less accessories, but the accessories are really what makes it. There's actually a very nice. It feels pretty high quality. I mean, it probably isn't the highest quality earbuds, but you get in-ears with it. I mean, look at this. They do look rather nice in the green. I'm gonna say, you know, probably $20 when you buy them, but in a nice case from Enya. This is neat. And also in here is the really relevant accessory, which when you take it out looks very wrong. USB charging, a microphone, which can't be Bluetooth because Bluetooth has latency. So that has to be some kind of gigahertz wireless thing. We're going to get to that. But that's all included. I'll leave that over here. So you put this thing together. I gotta say, playability is great. I noodled around with that on the couch. Instantly, it was fun. Apparently, it's all carbon fiber. I don't know. They say that. We have to believe it. So it should be sturdy enough. The tuners are not locking, which, come on. And yeah, why not use locking tuners? They do look like a type of Goto that I know about with the shape up there. They are rather smooth and they work, but I feel they should be locking tuners. You got a 0 fret up there. This could be a tusk knot, who knows? Probably not, but it has a 0 fret. Quickly, how do you change strings? I was asking myself that. There is a rubber thing here holding the strings in, and you remove that probably by pulling the strings back and just lifting up, and then you can, after you remove this, just install strings like normal, and then you put it back in. I really never said what it is. It's not a guitar that you should see as something electric, even though they have electric sounds, but crap. This is an acoustic instrument to practice with, maybe. An acoustic guitar that's small to take with you, maybe. It's definitely smaller than a full-size acoustic, even in the case, when you disassemble it. But I think this is a great gigging guitar for singer-songwriters on the street, in a club, if you need to amplify yourself, especially with vocals. I can't think of an easier way to do this than with this instrument. This is a built-in Bluetooth speaker, and the mic can go through that. Backing music can go through that. You can actually use this standalone as a Bluetooth speaker. It's got a built-in battery, which we're going to get to. How long does it last? There are different sounds in it, which are relatively pointless, I think. There's a connection with an app. I don't really see the point there. Let me look at some points here. Generally speaking, the quality I was impressed with. Off the case, off the guitar, the playability of the guitar. weight with the case and everything, you're not gonna save anything. This weighs guitar weight. Done. Let's talk about the connections. You can very, very easily connect the included mic. You can repair it if you need to, but it's you turn it on and it works. You can also plug in an external mic. Let's see if we have a camera that can catch that. External mic. This is a line out to go into a PA. In that point, the piezo is active, just the piezo. You can connect your headphones. You can connect external effects. So that's actually an insert, which might also be what the cable is for. You can connect your phone right there. So on aux in, or of course with Bluetooth. And that's where you charge it. And these are little things that you click on, use like a pin or something to repair things. Not repairs and repair, but repair, pairing again. There's rubber here, so it is really solid on your leg. That's a clever idea. However, because it doesn't have that guitar shape like this, and it actually goes like this, there's massive neck dive. I mean, look at this. Okay? There is a reason why a guitar has that shape down there, so it doesn't do this. So if you're playing it on your lap, either you play it on the couch and really lean back, give some weight here, or play it on a strap. But this, over time, if you have to continuously hold it like this, can be annoying. So weight distribution, maybe put some more weight in the back. Don't really know. Look, there's metal things here. Are these weights? I don't know what that is. No idea. As I said, playability, great. Even up here, even shreddy. I mean, acoustic. So, the Bluetooth speaker, you can have on while you're playing, which makes, of course, sense. But you can also turn the guitar side off so that none of that will actually go into the speaker. And you do that down here, that button. That's the tuner and some mic setting. Hold on long here. It turns on. Plays a little sound. Stop it! I don't know why it has to do that. There is that much battery left. So let's see if it can survive the whole thing. Volume is 16. Generally, I think this could be louder. When I'm pumping my phone through it, there's a lot more volume from the speaker. The guitar itself is as loud as it gets now. Right now, it's on the acoustic setting. You can click on the singer setting. There's a finger setting for finger playing. A rock setting, which should sound electric, but it doesn't. A fusion setting, which right now is just like a filter. And that's it. So we're going to start with acoustic. Volume, you will likely always have that on 16. When you click here, you see right now it's on the speaker, it turns into music, and now nothing I do comes out, whereas now what I do comes out. Let's talk about the app for a second. When the guitar comes, it wants you to activate it, which is just the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. The app is not necessary to play this guitar. You never ever have to use the app. They force you to use the app, because otherwise it will turn off every 10 minutes. Now, when Rafa took it to the gig, I had this brand spanking new, just handed it to him and said, because he was going to go with two big, we'll talk about this later. It failed at the gig because after 10 minutes it turned off. I didn't know it did that. Why the fuck would it do that? That is dumb, Enya people. You're forcing people to use an app that they do not need for anything. $900 for a guitar that you have to connect to an app to activate it so that it doesn't turn off after 10 minutes. Guys, that is insulting. My friend went to a gig. Okay, it was possibly my fault for not reading about the activation procedure and the turning off after 10 minutes. But why would it even do that? There's no need to do that. You don't need the app at the gig. So they played and it turned off. Thank you for that.
Das könnte auch passieren, dass mittendrin einfach aufhört.
Please remove the activation. Remove the 10-minute play limit. That's dumb. Literally, I'm mad about this. I think the app's kind of pointless. You can load different sounds instead of the acoustic, slightly different acoustic simulations, because I actually think internally it's running through some kind of acoustic IR. So it could sound like a different guitar, more boxy, less boxy. Yeah, they're all not so different that it really matters. There's drums, there's a metronome. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to sounds. We're going to get sounds in the room. Through the speaker, you hear what you would be hearing if you're standing about 2 meters that way, because right there, we've got the 3DO ears. So if you're pretty much in the first row of the audience at a gig, that's what you would be hearing. But you have to wear headphones, because these record with silicone ears on the left and right, and to actually get the sound in the room, exactly like when you're sitting there, you have to use headphones. So please pause the video, get yourself some headphones or earbuds or whatever, and listen to the rest of the video with headphones. Otherwise, it will not give you the experience that these things can capture. Here we go. I'm on acoustic all the way up. I have to say, where I'm sitting, it sounds like a smaller acoustic. I don't get the piezo feel as we're going to get when we're plugging it in directly. I think they're running it through some kind of impulse response processing to actually make it sound pretty damn good. It's just missing a little bit of volume and size and maybe some low end. I think the speaker can do more than they're pumping into it. Nice. Come to the acoustic strings, so bending is difficult. They're probably about 12s. So if we go to the singer setting, it just adds more reverb. Sounds like it's leaving a little bit of space in the mids for the microphone. Ah, and there's a chorus on it. So if you want to bring in a singer into the mix, all you do is turn this on. Hello? And there you are. And that actually has quite a bit of volume, and when I'm really close and I'm popping it, pop, 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 I really feel quite a bit of low end and thump. So the speaker can absolute, you probably have to sing like this. A speaker can absolutely do it. The guitar isn't giving us that low end. So let's see if there's a difference if I go to acoustic here. Hello? Hello? Sounds like that's always the same. Hello? 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 Sounds like the mic has the same effect all the time. Hello? So you can't really adjust the effect on this. That's pretty much what it is. But in balance, it's actually totally... It feels like too much reverb. But when you're playing in the room, totally fine, as you will see later. So we got the singer, we got the finger, which just has a little bit of delay. All good. We go to rock and that's where it fails. That's just shit. That's the rock setting right there. Okay, it's not an electric guitar, it's not rock. Do not use that. Enya, take it out of the system. Sell this as an acoustic guitar, that's what it is. And the fusion setting has an Ottawa on it. Why? I don't know. Could be fun, but I mean... Okay, that's it really for all the sounds. Back to acoustic. Let's play some music through it, because why not? So that works pretty well. If you want that off, all you gotta do is click that, and then the guitar's off, but the music still plays. Now let's get to the tuner, which is absolutely pretty horrible. I mean, why can't you put a good tuner in that? That makes no sense. It has no precision. It took me quite a while to tune this. So if you look at it, now on B it's showing too high, too low. That is absolutely no precision. That's a horrible tuner. I mean, can you work with that? Yes, but that should be quite a bit better in a digital instrument. So, enough bitching about the tuner. Let's go to where I'm sitting. Let's experience it the way you would experience it if you're actually sitting here. So now your head is roughly, roughly where my head is. And this is how you would be hearing it. It's not fully in tune, but it's telling me that it is. Oh, you heard it there. Two top strings are buzzing. We would probably have to adjust the neck. It is under a rubber. The truss rod cover is rubber. The action is great. I don't want to do anything to it. Those two strings in the second fret really only. are buzzing. But on the D, it's buzzing, so it might be the fret. I'm hoping it's really only the fret, but it's not great. Work on that next G. You can probably adjust the neck angle, but again, it's really only the second fret. I'm thinking it's the fret. I really like the sounds. I don't know what you're hearing here, but you should be hearing what I'm hearing. And for a carbon guitar going through some digital stuff through a Bluetooth speaker, I'm having the feeling of actually playing a guitar. That changes when we plug it in. So when I plug it in, we have the piezo sound with no processing. And then it sounds like any, piezo acoustic. Not great. It's got the effects. There's no EQ, there's nothing I can do to it. I would want to tame the top end. It's not bad. Any 900 euro acoustic is not going to have a better piezo sound than this. So if you have to go to a front of house, any kind of system, someone probably has low pass filter, Jennifer low pass, or a treble knob to tame the high end a bit. You can work with this without a question. So if you have the NEXG for other purposes, but you also have to play a gig where you're plugging it in, it is possible and it works. Not worse or better than any other piezo guitar. So let's get to the actual, if you're asking me, real life use for this. Small guitar to carry around with you in a bag, maybe. Practicing for 900 euro, you can have a different practice guitar. As a Bluetooth speaker, you can buy a cheaper Bluetooth speaker. But I was going to say, I can't review this because I wasn't seeing a use for it. But then my friend Rafa showed up and brought his lovely sister, Celia. And he said, we have to play at my grandma's, I was going to say funeral. No, at my grandma's birthday. There's about 60 people there. And can I borrow a small PA? And I said, well, I don't have one. I have 2 monitor speakers from LD Systems, which are 12-inch speakers, powered, pretty heavy, pretty bulky. So he was going to pick these up. 2 monitor speakers. I have no stands for them. He has a digital mixer. He needed cables. He needed power cables, XLR cables, that mixer, all that to plug in an acoustic guitar and a mic, which he also would have needed, and cables, all this. It would have been quite the setup to sing 2 songs at a birthday party in a, banquet room. And I said, do you need to actually get the sound to fill the room like crazy in party time, or do they need to hear you? He said, no, they just need to hear us. And if she's singing over the acoustic guitar, that's not going to sound good. And we were holding those speakers in our hands. I said, I just got this guitar. Let's go over and test it. We plugged it in. We plugged in the mic. And this is what happened.
Ever since I was little, I looked like gold. And it's no coincidence, of course. I can die when I'm told.
So then and there we decided, this is actually doable. The volume could be more, but we said it's probably gonna be enough because it just elevates, the vocals are quite a bit more pronounced and louder. I don't know if you can actually adjust the volume in here. I didn't find a way to do it. But the balance in terms of reverb, vocals versus guitar, all that sounded absolutely fine. So they decided we're taking the guitar. And now we have a real world use case. 2 songs at a birthday party like this. Why would you want to set up a PA if something like this can absolutely do the job? Now, they fought with it turning off and not knowing why. Could have been my fault. Well, the instructions were in the case for Rafa as well. He didn't read them. But who does? Who assumes that your guitar turns off? Take that activation off, Enya. I'm mad about this. Because it literally ruined one of their songs. And also in that case, we saw that the stability for the mic, which I think actually sounds good and looks, I mean, it looks like a freaking vibrator, but I think it sounds fine. It's very, very ploppy. Maybe put another pop filter in here or something. Maybe reduce the low end a little bit. Even standing right next to it, sometimes it was garbled. Sometimes standing right next to it, there was transmission issues. And they asked everyone in the room to turn the Bluetooth off, but this can't be Bluetooth because Bluetooth does have latency. So it's probably some kind of wireless communication system that had issues.
Jetzt hier besser? Ja.
Das Schlimme ist, die Firma, die hat jetzt mal nach einem Video gefragt. Die Firma hat sogar nicht. Das wird natürlich nicht so super. Du musst schon da bleiben.
Da? Hier geht's gut. So, bleib ich.
I wouldn't say that's a no-go, but maybe work on that a little bit, because the concept of you take this one case, you sit down, you're playing 5 songs, battery is totally fine for that, and you have a PA with you, and if you then want to play music for an hour, totally fine. It even that's what the mic thing does. It actually removes vocals. I don't want to test that right now because otherwise my video is going to be demonetized. But when you're holding in right here, this, it will remove the vocals from any music you're pumping into it, and then you can actually do karaoke, which obviously, given that it's an Asian product, is very important because karaoke is big over there. So it can be a karaoke system. That's cool. For a party time, music. Karaoke, great. Play some songs, great. So for that, I think, yeah, this actually makes sense because you're not taking a PA. Also, street music, busking. Take one case, take a stand for this, or if you're working with a vocalist, you don't need to take anything. You're literally taking that case on your back, on the train, whatever. I mean, we know that street musicians have to take the little speaker, and it's got to be battery powered, so they have to put a battery pack on it. They need mic stands. They need all these. And it's a lot of periphery to take. This, I mean, you know, and this, charge it up, which is the question. How long do you have? I'm going to go with you have, I'm assuming 2, let's say 3 hours. I don't know, something like that. Maybe depending on the volume. But you can also, of course, put a power bank on it. Put the power bank in your pocket, run it off the power bank, and you're good. So battery life is always going to be an issue, especially with a big speaker like this. But for a street musician, you have one case. You're going on the street, bam. This actually sounds nice, and this actually sounds nice. I think this is a killer idea for anyone busking in the streets. For me in the studio, no. For you as a replacement for your acoustic guitar, I think that's pretty damn dumb. Play your acoustic. To record with it, any acoustic guitar with a decent piezo is going to give you the same idea. For a in-the-room experience at a party, yes. Birthdays, whatever, and especially playing in the street. Didn't know Rafa would be coming by, didn't know any of this. Absolutely turned me around on showing you this. Otherwise, I probably would have told them, can I send it back? I mean, I wouldn't have seen it if Rafa hadn't done it, to be honest. This makes this way more usable, way more relatable. It makes a lot of sense because for these 2 or 3 songs, he would have had to carry a lot of stuff in it, borrow it from me, borrow cables. A massive undertaking. With this, could have done it by himself. I mean, as he did. Just taking that. I think that's cool. On their website, it's $799 in the package that you're seeing here. You could buy it directly from them, but of course, then coming here into Germany or any European country or the US, you're going to have customs, you're going to have shipping. If you buy it on Amazon, I'm going to put the links below. In Germany, in the big package, it clocks in at $799. No, $899. It's $900. But that, of course, includes customs, VAT, all the taxes. Yeah. And I have to say, quality is pretty impressive. I'm hoping that fret issue is just on mine. I'm not going to say this is for everyone. But for any street musician or someone who's actually gigging small bars, small clubs, parties, not bad. And if you then have this as your piezo guitar, you could use it in your cover band and just plug it in and you have a normal piezo sound as anyone. It's not just a one-trick pony. Oh, I was going to show you the app, I guess. Yeah, why not? So I'm going to connect it. It says not connected. Connect the guitar. So, okay, here we go. So for the acoustic, I can pick 3 different sounds. They're not that different. For singer, I can pick 3 different sounds. For finger, it says, add custom tone, which I don't think you can. Oh, now I can. Oh, that didn't work before. Like Bluetooth live broadcast. Ah, that's a mixer. Here you can mix. That's the mixer. Okay, so the app is more relevant because earlier that actually didn't load up. Here's the EQ. Haha! A bitch about no EQ. It's all in the app. So excuse me. Vocal EQ, Bluetooth EQ. Nice. You can actually get those pesky lows down. And then you can add effects. Okay? I'm sorry, Enya, I did not see that because previously, when I clicked Add Custom Tone, it was a blank page. Makes a lot more sense now. Okay, you can add custom tones, load them in here, have your complete mix. That makes a lot more sense. And then there are tools like the drum machine. Many different styles to choose from in any tempo. There's, of course, a metronome. And a tuner, which actually uses a mic. Oh, much better tuner than on the guitar. Okay, so definitely more in the app than I thought. When I tested it, I'm sorry, that whole EQ page didn't show up. So I apologize. You have to know if this is something for you. But if you're regularly playing small rooms with guitar and vocals, this is cool. I'll put links below. They did pay me for this video. As I said, I was very apprehensive to make it. Rafa using it, it had garbled mic and it turned off. But I can absolutely see the use for something like this. So that's all I can say. If you want to spend $8.99 on it, that's up to you. I'll put the links below and then you make your own choice. Thanks, Enya, for commissioning this. And we'll put animals at the end as always.